schools. In other words, the lawsuit is to make sure that mediocre schools are kept open. The teachers' union claims that the Panel for Education Policy, which has the authority to close failing schools, violated state law because the panel did not consider the impact on the community. No, that they're not supposed to. It's the school's failing, and if nobody's learning anything in there, you shut it down. But the lawsuit goes, the impact on the community. The NAACP argues that shutting down failing schools. Now get this. This is like that story we read for you the other day from the UK that's preventing advertisements asking for qualified people because it's an insult to unqualified people. Listen to this. The NAACP says that shutting down failing schools will hurt minority children. Now, the reverse of that is that keeping failing schools open will help minority children. Now, we're talking about liberalism here. Now, Mayor Bloomberg and the school's chancellor, 19 worthless schools. Now, in a sane political environment, this would not be an issue. I mean, in the detested and hated private sector, a franchise store that failed to deliver service would be closed in a heartbeat. But in liberal land, where failure is what's rewarded, the NAACP insanely claims majority children are hurt if they cannot stay in these factory failures. And the teachers union claims the community will be hurt if rotten schools are closed. Meanwhile, the Obama administration is floating ideas to lower standards in the No Child's Behind Left program to allow more leeway for failing schools to continue operations. I'm not making any of this up. Obama wants to lower standards in the No Child's Behind program to allow more leeway for failing schools to continue to operate.
No Child's Behind program. That's the best one. It's the No Child's Left Behind.
This after Obama cut funds for the D.C. school choice program that allowed minority parents to move kids from failing public schools to great private schools. It was working. The kids were performing well, getting good grades, and Obama shut it down. A liberal Democrat and an African-American, light-skinned, with no Negro dialect when he doesn't want it, shut down a program benefiting other African-Americans with or without Negro dialects. Now, that's what it sounds like to me. They're not even, Rosa Parks, she refused to go to the back of the bus. These kids are not even allowed to get on the bus because it works this way throughout all of society. Liberalism, we're going to help you. We're going to bring you up from the dungeon of poverty and so forth. They don't do it. They just make it worse. Insanity prevails. And it's getting hard to keep up with all the lies being discovered in the global warming story of the climate change. And it really is. The headline here, this is in the National Post of Canada, wheels fall off the global warming hysteria. Activist scientists cooked the books to foster alarm. It's by Lorne Gunter. I can't recall the wheels coming off the bus of any expert-driven hysteria as fast or as completely as they are now coming off the global warming scare. I suppose billions have been spent on preventing that disaster that never was up until midnight on the final day of 1999, then almost not a penny afterwards. That's faster than the wheels are coming off the climate change bus. But anthropogenic global warming a very close second. News of the manipulations, the distortions, and frauds perpetrated to advance and preserve the environmentalist wackos' cause célèbre are so numerous and coming so fast, it is hard to keep up. And then it's just, in fact, so far, in all, at least 16 major claims made in AR4, that is the report for which the IPCC won its Nobel Prize, along with Al Gore. At least 16 major claims have been shown to have originated with environmental groups rather than scientists, including the claim that climate change is already making tornado, hurricanes, forest fires, and floods worse. The Edmonton Journal, National Post. But I tell you, folks, I never had any... What's the difference in a climate scientist and a liberal activist? They're all the same people. All these so-called scientists are nothing more than liberal activists first, even if they do have a science education. What they did, they incorporated surveys by journalists working for Nature or employees of the World Wildlife Fund using anecdotal observations. Anyway, a brief timeout. And meanwhile, Obama still says this science is irrefutable. Experts do not doubt the relevance of the science.
It's Groundhog Day.
10 to 5 today and 10 to 3 tomorrow. For the latest news, tune to our sister station, News Talk 630 WBMQ.
And it's pouring down rain.